The OPPO A96 is an affordable mid-range device recently launched in Nigeria. And before we talk about all of its interesting features, let's take a moment to admire that design. Gotta give it to OPPO when it comes to design. Hello guys, my name is Izzy and welcome to the channel. Now let's get started. The A96 is OPPO's latest addition to their budget level devices. It was launched recently here in Nigeria and it actually looks quite an interesting device, not just for its design but also features. It is currently available for purchase and at the retail price of 159,900 naira, you'll get the OPPO A96 in either starry black or sunset blue. I had the opportunity of handling both and I settled for the black as it looks really classy. We'll talk more on the design and build quality later, but let's see what you get in the box when you purchase the OPPO A96. Thoughtful of OPPO to pack the A96 with essential accessories, and these include a 33W charger to fast charge that 5000 mAh battery, a transparent protective casing, and also a pre-installed screen protector. You actually get 2 years of warranty for the OPPO A96. There's a 5G version of the A96 which is not for this region. I think that's China only. This is the OPPO A96 4G, which is powered by the efficient 6nm Snapdragon 680 chipset. The OPPO A96 is a finely designed device, easily the best design in its category. It has a scratch and smudge resistant rear finish which looks really classy and stylish regardless of which color you choose. OPPO calls this a glow design and I think for good reason. If you direct light at it in a space with less light or in the dark, it glitters, even on the black one. The rear is made of fine quality plastic and we have glass on the display. The OPPO A96 gets an IP5X rating for dust resistance and IPX4 level rating for water resistance, so it should survive splashes or accidental drops in water, but I wouldn't take it swimming. Its dual cameras are nicely aligned to the top left of the rear. It's a 50MP dual rear setup and we'll see some photo samples later. You can find its volume keys and SIM card slot on the left frame. It accepts dual nano SIM cards and gets an extra slot for a micro SD card. The power button is on the right frame and double functions as the fingerprint scanner. It is responsive, accurate, and you have no problems unlocking the device. At the bottom frame we have the headphone jack, USB-C port, and one of stereo speakers. The secondary speaker is at the top just above the display. They sound great and don't get distorted at high volumes. The OPPO A96 comes with 8GB of RAM which is expandable up to 13GB thanks to RAM expansion. You are able to choose up to 5GB extended RAM which basically uses from the available internal storage to support the already sufficient 8GB of RAM to ensure you have the smoothest multitasking experience. This works fine as long as you have enough internal storage space on your device. Now speaking of storage space, the OPPO A96 comes with 256GB of internal storage which you can also expand by SD card. I think there are very few devices at this price point with this much RAM and storage combination. The display of the OPPO A96 is an approximate 6.6 inches with a resolution of 1080 by 2412. It is a vibrant looking IPS LCD display with a pixel density of 401 pixels per inch and it gets a screen to body ratio of 84%. To put all this tech jargon simply, it's a good looking LCD display and it's great for media consumption. It gets a left hole punch style which houses its 16MP selfie camera. It has 90Hz screen refresh rate which makes for smoother scrolling and animations. By default it is set to adaptive, so it switches between 90 and 60Hz automatically, but I prefer it at 90Hz always. Setting it to 60Hz or adaptive will give you better battery life though, but I think the 5000 mAh battery here is well and capable of getting you at least a day of use even on 90Hz. Should you need to charge, its 33W charger can give you that quick boost, getting you up to 50% charge within just 30 minutes. Also, with its AI optimized charging, you can actually plug the A96 to charge overnight and not have to worry about overcharging as it schedules a segmented charging pattern while you sleep. The OPPO A96 runs on Android 11 and the highly customizable ColorOS 12. Android 12 is expected soon, not sure how soon, but I hope really soon. That's a lot of soons in one sentence, but I think you get the idea. ColorOS is feature packed and has minimal bloatware and also no ads. It is actually my first time using an OPPO phone and also experiencing their custom skin, and I'll say it's an interesting OS. The OPPO A96 is powered by the Snapdragon 680 as I mentioned earlier. It has the Adreno 610 for its GPU. You can expect solid performance here, benchmark scores look great and performance is satisfactory, no issues. If your intention is to game on the A96, I'd say it can handle that pretty well. I tried it with Call of Duty Mobile and I was able to play on very high graphics settings and medium frame rate. To play on high frame rate, however, you need to switch to low settings. It handled long gaming sessions without having any abnormal hazing concerns. Now let's take a look at the cameras on the OPPO A96. It sports a dual rear camera setup, which is a combination of a 50 megapixel main camera and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. It has a 16 megapixel selfie camera. It doesn't disappoint when it comes to taking great photos from both its rear and selfie cameras. We don't get an ultra wide nor a macro camera here. If you want those extra crisp photos, you can switch to the 50 megapixel mode. For low light photos, you can get good shots by switching to night mode. Selfies from the 16 megapixel camera of the A96 looks really good whether on portraits or regular selfies. The OPPO A96 is able to shoot 1080p 30fps videos from both selfie and rear cameras. There is no optical image stabilization, but I think it does decent with software stabilization.
Okay, testing. This is the selfie video test from the OPPO A96. 16 megapixel selfie camera and it's currently shooting at 1080p 30 frames per second. That is the maximum you can do from both selfie and the rear cameras. That's your microphone, so I'm in a busy place, so it's a bit noisy, but hopefully it should be picking my voice well enough.
The A96 is a solid device from OPPO. I especially love its design. You get enough RAM and storage, and the Snapdragon 680 is good enough. What are your thoughts on the OPPO A96? Have you ordered one yet? Let me know in the comment section, and also don't forget to leave a like if this video was helpful, and also consider subscribing to the channel. Peace.